welcome back to Coffee Chats with Mo and Bro, Season 2. This is Episode 4. I'm Monique, this is my brother Brandon.
And that was our mascot, Stormy, but she's out of here.
She's bored.
Yeah, good to be back for Episode 4.
Yeah, it's good to be here. If you didn't see Stormy, by the way, because if you're listening on Spotify, that was a dog, but she has now left us. So it's just back to Brandon
It wasn't a dog,
and I.
it was family.
It was family. I love it. I love that, bro. Thank you for including my doggo. It's not our dog. It's definitely my dog. We'll get into it anyway. Episode 4, like we said. We are the siblings behind Motion Fitness, so we founded this so that we could help as many people all over the world transform their lives. We do this through our one-on-one coaching, nutrition plans, workout programs, mindset coaching, and our habit stacking. I'll pass you on to Brandon. He's going to let you know about what's happening here in episode 4 for you guys today.
Okay, so the myth we're going to talk about today is intermittent fasting. It is a very important one because it is probably the most common question or just something that a lot of people do when they're trying to lose weight. So we're going to debunk that today. As usual, straight facts. So everything's backed up with literature and research articles. So we're going to be explaining the reasons behind why we believe what we believe. But then also our experiences at working now with hundreds, if not thousands of people, and what we've seen work and what doesn't, and why we think certain ways on this topic to ultimately help you guys on your journey. So first off, we're just going to talk about our experiences with intermittent fasting, and then from there we will go into working with clients and what we've been able to see.
Yeah.
So Molly, do you want to tell us all how what your experiences with intermittent fasting have been, and if you've seen any results or not?
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I have tried intermittent fasting years ago, but I think I maybe stuck to it for, I don't know, a few days or so, just because for me it wasn't realistic, and I think a lot of people could probably agree with that as well. Just in terms of like the timings and just not eating within certain window frames, it just wasn't realistic for me. Like if my family was going out for dinner or just having breakfast, like you want to be included in those kind of, in those events, especially when it comes to like going out and celebrating events and everything. So it didn't stick with me, and I just felt like my energy levels weren't where they needed to be able to perform in day-to-day life and training. So I have tried it before, didn't stick to it. I think I didn't have the discipline back then, but now knowing what I know, I wouldn't do intermittent fasting anyway. So even having the discipline now, it's not something that would cross my mind. I know that it's super important to time your meals for just your day-to-day and training, and that means that intermittent fasting isn't something that I'll stick to because I know it's not the most efficient way or the best way to lose fat. So that's my side of it. What about you?
Yeah, I can't really remember doing intermittent fasting too much. I might have done it back about 10 years ago, played around with it, but as you said, it was very difficult to stick to. The minute you're out with your friends or family and they want to eat, and if it's past 7 p.m.
Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. And what kind of life is that?
What the hell? Yeah.
And so then the other thing is most eating windows in the intermittent fasting window, probably around 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., 7 p.m., whatever. But it means you don't have breakfast. And I realise now I'm quite a big breakfast dude, or at least having a first meal of the day within the first few hours.
Yes.
Sometimes I get straight into work and I don't have breakfast, but within the first few hours, by about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock latest, I am having my first meal.
Yeah.
And it's needed for energy levels, it's needed to feel good. And more importantly, even if you weren't looking at the way you look, for mental clarity, you want to be fueling your brain with glycogen and the carbs that it needs, and you're only going to get that by eating. So that's why we're big on avoiding intermittent fasting. And I think the results that I've been able to achieve have been fine without it.
Yes.
So that's my experience with intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So how have you and your girls experienced intermittent fasting, and what are some of the challenges that they've faced?
So with my females, I've obviously had a lot of them who have tried intermittent fasting in the past, and I think that they just couldn't stick to it. That's obviously why they ended up coming to me, because there was a reason for that. It wasn't sustainable, and we are definitely not a business that focuses on intermittent fasting. So we like to give our nutrition plans with the calories and macros, ingredients, grocery list, recipes, everything in there, and just letting them know when the best times to eat it are, just focused around your day and with your training as well. But it's not something that we focus on with our nutrition side of things at all. And I think well, I know the women are absolutely loving it because they're eating and they're not restricting themselves, and that's when the 80-20 of our nutrition plans come into it as well. Like they're actually enjoying the foods, because a lot of the time with intermittent fasting, you're just, you're not eating in those certain windows, and like I said before, if you're going to social events, like it's just, you want to be enjoying your life, and it's really hard to do that when you can't enjoy it with the people that make life even what it is. So yeah, that's how I've experienced it with females. What's it been like with males? You obviously work with males, so it's a bit different.
Oh, just being straight up for the dudes out there, it's just the lazy man's way to try lose weight.
Yeah.
It's the most basic thing that you can do. It's something a monkey could do, dare I say. You start at lunchtime and you restrict yourself to a window. You don't even know what you're doing. You're doing it to lose weight, but you don't know the science behind it. You don't know the reasons, and that's not the people's fault.
Yeah.
That's everything that we've been taught to believe. So it's a quick, easy way to lose weight. And I guess now I want to explain why you shouldn't be doing intermittent fasting. And it's all made out to be that you lose more weight because you're in a small eating window. But you don't take into account calories.
Yeah.
And calories are going to be what determine whether you lose weight or not, not your eating window. If you have a 6-hour eating window...
Still me. She's piping up.
Shut up.
Sorry, I disagree with you.
She's hungry. She's on intermittent fasting.
Everything online has told me differently.
But if you have a 6-hour eating window and you eat 3 pies, 2 pizzas, 4 full sugar Cokes and all the fries, you think you're going to lose weight? No, of course not. It doesn't matter because your calories are way over what your body needs. But if you tell me you eat from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m, 14 hours of eating, but you have some nice oats for breakfast, you have your protein shake, good Greek yogurt, chicken breast, salad, rice for dinner, steak, beef. What, is that person meant to gain more weight than the person that's eating all that shit but is a small eating window? No way.
Exactly.
So that's the most basic way to think of it.
Yeah.
It's your calories in, there's calories out.
Yeah.
We're not going to fluff around with intermittent fasting because it's not sustainable. You're not going to have a social life, and you're not going to be able to hang out with anyone if you're intermittent fasting. And from my experience working with dudes, you intermittent fast at best Monday to Friday. On the weekends you go out, it's all over.
Yeah, true.
So we don't do that. We're trying to teach people how to lose weight, have a good relationship with food. Most importantly, drop the weight, build the muscle, but then stay there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a really good way that you've explained it. Is like during that window, people are very likely to binge because they're like, I can't have it outside of this window. So you consume so many more calories than what you would if you were just actually eating throughout the 8-hour day or whatever.
It's just from lack of education, lack of knowledge, and just being taught fads that are all online.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with the online
so
space.
Upsetting. Yeah.
This is why we want to be a straight, clear-cut, factual place to come where we'll just tell you straight.
Yeah.
And as I said at the start, we've got the research articles to back it all up, and working with so many people, we've got a pretty good understanding of how this all works and how we can help you guys out. But that's our podcast done and dusted for today. We hope we've helped you to understand why intermittent fasting isn't the most efficient way to lose weight and keep it off. A more well-balanced diet, eating 4 to even 5 meals a day, has also been proven to improve fat oxidation, which is just a smart-ass way of saying losing fat quicker. Okay, so that's
so
me. That's me all done for today.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Always leave us any questions that you have in the comment section so we can make sure we're helping you out as we go. We will drop our social media links in the description as well as on the screen here now, so make sure you go and check those out. Brandon caters a lot of his content to males and me to females, so we'll help you out there. Check out our links in our bio on how you can work with us. And we will catch you next week for episode 5. Cheers, guys.
That's us. We do that.
Yo.